Have you ever considered how our perception of loss and failure shapes our lives? What if we looked at these concepts differently? Picture this. You're a fighter, stepping into the ring, every muscle primed for battle. But no matter how hard you train, there's always a chance that someone out there could fight better. Or perhaps you're a lover, pouring your heart into every relationship, yet there might always be someone whose loving is superior. Maybe you're a scientist, dedicating your life to unraveling the mysteries of the universe. Still, there could be another scientist with more experience, more knowledge. Or you could be a lawyer, crafting arguments with surgical precision. Yet there might be someone who argues a point better or knows the law's intricate facets more deeply. And you know what? That's okay. It's a fact of life. We're all on our unique journeys, and inevitably we'll encounter someone who seems to be a step ahead. But that's not a failure or a loss. It's a chance to learn, grow, and become better. The concept of loss and failure can be daunting, but what if we change our perspective? What if we see them not as setbacks, but as opportunities? Opportunities to improve, to evolve, to become the best versions of ourselves. Consider the cost of not taking these opportunities, the risk of becoming stagnant, of giving into emotions and making mistakes that might take a lifetime to correct. The danger of waking up one day and realizing you're not fulfilling your life's purpose. And most importantly, the threat of not seizing the day, of not living your life to the fullest because tomorrow isn't promised. Remember, even the brightest stars in the sky face challenges. Movie stars, athletes, television personalities, they all face potential losses and failures, but they don't let these moments define them. Instead, they use them as fuel to work harder, to create more, to become better. So, let's change how we perceive loss and failure. Let's see them as stepping stones towards growth and self-improvement. Remember, there's always someone who might be better, but that doesn't make your efforts any less valuable. Now, let's delve into when we should consider accepting a loss. The first point to ponder is the cost. We often get so fixated on what we have to lose, like our hard-earned money or time, that we forget to see the bigger picture. This is a scarcity mindset, and it's one we need to break free from. Consider this. Even the most successful individuals have faced failures. Movie stars, athletes, and television personalities have all tasted defeat at some point in their journey. Yet they didn't let their losses define them. Instead, they used them as stepping stones to reach greater heights. The second point is about giving in to your emotions. A moment of anger or frustration can lead to a mistake that might take a lifetime to rectify. It's crucial to maintain a balanced state of mind and not let our emotions cloud our judgment. Thirdly, if you ever find yourself waking up and realizing that you're not living your true purpose, that's a clear signal to accept the loss. It's better to redirect your energy towards something that truly fulfills you, rather than wasting it on a path that leads nowhere. The fourth point is about relationships. If you find that your partner is no longer following your lead, and the relationship feels more like a dictatorship than a partnership, it's time to take the loss. A healthy relationship should always be about mutual respect and equality. Finally, never leave things to chance. Tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. If something isn't working out, it's better to accept the loss and move on, rather than waiting for things to magically get better. The same talent that got you where you are today can help you create more, produce more, and achieve more in the future. The key is to recognize when it's time to let go and start anew. Recognizing when to accept a loss is a skill that can turn your life around. It's about learning from your failures, growing stronger, and never losing sight of your dreams. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going. One might ask, what can possibly motivate me after a loss? Well, the answer is simple yet profound. The loss itself. Yes, you heard it right. The sting of defeat, the agony of failure, the bitterness of loss. These can be your greatest motivators. Let's take a moment to consider the lives of some of the most successful people in history. Was it not Thomas Edison who failed 1,000 times before he finally invented the electric bulb? Yet, he didn't see those attempts as failures, but as steps towards success. Was it not Michael Jordan who was cut from his high school basketball team only to become one of the greatest players of all time? The fact of failure, the reality of loss, became the fuel that powered their resolve, their determination, their success. You see, loss has a way of revealing us to ourselves. It strips away the veneer of pretense and leaves us bare, exposing our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities. But in this revelation lies our greatest strength. Why? Because it provides us with a unique opportunity for self-examination, for self-improvement. Take a step back and examine the loss. What went wrong? What could you have done better? What lessons can you learn? These questions form the foundation for growth. They propel us to work on our weaknesses, to transform them into strengths. They push us to perfect our strengths, to sharpen our skills. Remember, the same talent that got you to where you are is the same talent that will take you to where you want to be. The key is to harness the power of loss, to transform it into a force for progress, for improvement, for success. So the next time you face a loss, don't wallow in despair or self-pity. Instead, let it motivate you, let it drive you. Use it as a stepping stone to greater heights, as a catalyst for your next big win of overcoming failures. Throughout our discussion, we've explored the concept of loss, when it's time to accept defeat, and how to draw motivation from these experiences. But perhaps most crucial is understanding the value of overcoming these setbacks. It's not about dwelling on failures, but rather learning from them and moving forward with renewed resilience. Take, for instance, the story of Thomas Edison. Despite 1,000 unsuccessful attempts to invent the light bulb, he didn't see it as 1,000 failures, but rather 1,000 steps closer to success. This principle applies to all of us, regardless of our field of endeavor. It's about shifting our perspective, seeing each failure as a lesson, an opportunity to grow, to improve, to become stronger and better. Embrace your failures, as they are stepping stones to your success. Remember, you are not defined by your failures, but by how you overcome them.